Right then, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a bit more of the piratey mischief that we do so enjoy on these Saturday evenings. Right then, here is our friend, who I still want to recruit at some point, because I feel like he's got to be more important than just being a free person. Never mind. Now, there are various different things I want to do today, and the first thing I want to do is try and allocate you as an officer. There we are, because I want him in my following. He should appear almost immediately, and he's almost completely dead, which is brilliant. But never mind, because some nice person wrote a nice comment and explained that you can trade like swords and pistols with stuff if you press enter. Oh, you do it like that. Yeah, and they said that this sword is apparently awesome. Yes, indeed. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Legend claims that this sword once belonged to Cortez himself. Where that is. True or not, even Cortez would not be ashamed to wield such an excellent blade. Well, it's a pretty old sword, and as you can see, it has fantastic block, which is exactly what the person who wrote the nice comment told me. So how does that compare with this? Vastly better block. It does do less damage, and it has worse piercing. A little bit worse piercing, but it would make my blocking an awful lot better, which is really important. So perhaps I should stick with that for the time being then. So yes, I think I'm going to pilfer this sword off him. Which I can't pilfer off him because it seems like he's equipped this sword. Which is going to make things difficult. Never mind, I'll pilfer his money off him. And then I'll give him a couple of healing potions because that seems to be important. Alright, so I can't take his sword, presumably because it's currently equipped. It's a bit like later RPGs like Fallout, where if you have to give him a different weapon first, which is going to be a little bit of a trickiness. Okay, so he is automatically using his potion. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to take him off my passenger list for the moment, so that he's out of the way. There we are. And he'll just trot off and go about his various business, and hopefully not get murdered in the process. Oh, yeah, there's something else vitally important I need to tell you to pick up from where we were last week. So, obviously last week, due to me dying in the bandit raid, I had to go back and redo everything. So, I've redone everything exactly as it was before, as best I can recall. So I did it directly after I finished that episode. Never mind the sea. The only thing that I did differently was the treatment of the assassin mission, where when I went into Mr. Santos' house, I just turned down the mission, because I think that means that my reputation is now blokiness rather than nothingness, which is excellent. So now that I am a fully fledged bloke with a little M on my passport and everything, we can get on with life. Now, oh yes, and we're on the HMS Rapid, aren't we? Which I'm not entirely sure it did live up to that name, but never mind. We should call it the HMS Maneuverable or something. Never mind. The first thing I want to do is go to Oxbay, because there's a couple of things I want to do at Oxbay, and one of those things is attempt to get hold of a sword, which is going to allow me to get that better sword off him, possibly. Because we want to go to Oxbay. Where is Oxbay? I can't even see it on this map. I found a nice map that somebody made. It's apparently directly north of here. Found a nice map from a forum by the name of Pirates Ahoy, which is a very good forum for this game. It's got all sorts of useful information on it. It was absolutely vital for me getting this game running when I was initially trying to do it. I do want to go and help the Spaniards with the pirate fight, but at the same time, we've got other things to do, and you've seen me get sunk enough times in this game, so I'm not going to faff about it. Oh, sorry, there's like a reflection on the water. I mistook for a pirate. It was not a pirate. Okay, yeah, we want to go to Oxbay, because if you remember in the very first video on this game I ever did, we went into a little dungeon which had some skeletons in it, and we tried to kill some of the skeletons. I spy something under there. I think it's a little bag of money. I shall be having that. Yes, if you remember, we went into a little dungeon which had some skeletons in it, and we got a dragon's tongue out of it. Now, if I remember correctly, the dragon's tongue has higher damage than the than the thing that he's got, which has only got about 20 damage. So, yes, I wish to speak to you about things and stuff as soon as the mouse stops being bugged. Because I need to sell this pot. I'm still holding on to this ring for no particularly good reason, but I'm just holding out the assumption that it's got to be useful for something at some point. Still got the grape shot pistol. I would like to buy him a pistol as well, but that's a lot of money. So what I might do is wait until I upgrade my own pistol and then give him my long pistol for the time being. But we shall see. We shall see. But yes, I want to go back down that dungeon and see if I can A, get a bit further through it, and B, see if the Dragon's Tongue might respawn, and if I can get another copy of it, rather than having to buy it. Because then I could just give it straight to him, and that would save me having to buy a better sword to give him. So I am going to attempt, if I can even remember how to fight. So that's block, and that's strike, and that's how you die by getting into fights. Pretty sure I still missed, but never mind. Are two going to hit me at once here or not? I don't think so, no. So long as it's only one at a time, the fencing is perfectly straightforward. When there's more than one, life becomes a little tricky. Now, if you don't mind, mate, I'm just going to stand here upon the literal corpses of your compadres, and then we're going to get on with our life. So yeah, it wasn't very far into this dungeon, but I do want to see if I can... Are they coming after me? I heard someone draw a sword, but I don't see anyone. Because there's some fellows over here on the left here, because you can't strafe in this game, which does irritate me ever so slightly. I think I killed one as well, which is surprising, given I couldn't even see him, but never mind. Yeah, there's a couple coming now. Okay, so I'll get back in my little doorway of funneling. He's got a Highlander, that's quite advanced. Gideon. He's a vicious one. I'm so glad you can't get staggered in this game. I do hate stagger in video games. It's one of my pet peeves of video games. It drives me up the wall. I like boss fights where that was funny, the mouse button didn't work for a second there. It was like the block got stuck on. This is what comes from my using my old mouse instead of my new mouse, because of course I'm running this on 2 computers. But, yeah, stagger. Stagger really gets on my nerves, much like blocking. Much like boss fights, where the way they make it difficult is by taking away your abilities, which drives me mad. You know, that's not how you make a game difficult. You make it difficult by making the player stretch their current abilities, not by taking away the abilities they've got. I just think that's a bit naff, like. Oh gosh, this could prove to be quite dangerous. I might dodge back a little bit. Aha! It works brilliantly! I can't see his health bar, but never mind, I'll just keep stabbing him until he's dead, which is about now, which is excellent. Also, I should notice a little sort of canonical, or like continuital, bizarreness. Where was the Dragon's Tongue? It was on one of these corners, I forget which exactly. Yeah, this guy was amazed to see the cursed pirates, despite the fact that we've met loads of skeletons down here. Maybe you're not meant to have met these guys yet, or maybe something else is supposed to have happened. I don't know, but it did seem a bit weird that he was like, "Oh, I've never seen a living skeleton before. It's all scary and weird, and I don't understand it." When, of course, he'd actually already murdered about 365 of these people. But never mind. Is Hattie going to get me or not? Yes. I really want to get the guy on the left first, because there we are, he'll die now. This is a bit of a pickle. There we go. Ow! It is a bit weird when the music just dies. Because this is what a real fight would have been like, right? It just would have been the clinking of swords and the bashing of cutlasses. It wouldn't have had like cool music playing in the background, but still. Is the Dragon's Tongue not here then? Oh, okay, so it's not. Interesting, so the weapons don't respawn. That's interesting. I was under the faint impression, from my memories of playing this game back in my childhood, that it did respawn, but it would seem that I was wrong. Wrong and foolish. That was weird. Did you hear like a grumbling and a groaning noise out of that guy? That was most unpleasant. But that looks like a treasure chest. That might be the culmination of the dungeon. Let's have a look. See what we can find. The culmination was an absolute disappointment. But never mind. Let's not make the same dreadful sex joke that we always make when we say something like that, and murder a few more skeleton men. Okay, there's actually quite a lot of them here, which at least means there's more dungeon to go through. Might dodge back a little bit. I want to get a little bit further away. Because this is a little tense, because it also strikes me I didn't save. Again. I'm going to kill this guy, and then I'm going to use a potion just on the I was going to say on the off chance I get hit again. No, on the absolute statistical certainty that I get hit again. Come on. Ow. Come on, come on, come on. The thing about this sword is it's really short. It's quite. It's a surprisingly short sword. You just sit here and bash me for a minute, mate. I'm just going to let my healing potion work. Oh my god, they're penetrating my block is the problem. Come on, come on, come on. I need to start using those bigger healing potions. I don't know if they heal any faster, but gee whiz, I hope they do. Alright, come on. You're getting bashed about by the identical twins here. It's just you and me. Oh, it should have hit him first. He had barely no health at all. Okay, let's see what we can find at the far end of this corridor. At least I actually hit someone at a time, which is more than I can say of the average time that I let my flintlock off. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Dodge back a little bit. I want to kind of get them in a slightly more narrow spot. This is not a more narrow spot. This is a significantly worse place to be standing. I apologise if I get a little, a little quiet here. I know how much you all love listening to me yammer on about incoherent prattle day in and day out, but, at the same time, you stop blocking, man. Thank you very much. I need to dodge back again. This isn't really working. Kitty. I need some sort of big broadsword that I can just do one great big swing and hit everyone in front of me. That'd be pretty cool. Getting a little bit better at it. Couldn't have been much worse after all those ridiculous attempts when we were trying to board a few pirate ships. Never mind, at least the mice are getting a show, which is more than they usually get. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, there's another box here. Please say there's something in this one. No, of course not. Someone already been through this dungeon, right? Someone already pilfered all of my loot. This doesn't seem wholly fair. Giddy on, it's dark. It looks like there's another box here. Yes, indeed. And again, with nothing in it. My kitty. That was scary. Did you hear that? Sounded like someone say, "You're going to die here, human." Which is a bit worrying. I don't think they're actually going to come through this door, are they? I want to try and get them in a different door. I have no idea where they are. But until I see them, I guess I'm just going to carry on walking. That was really disturbing, actually. I didn't enjoy that. Ooh, there's access to a cave. Where the hell are they coming from? I don't know. Is there any treasure here that I can have? There's something. Okay, a few healing potions. At least that cuts some of my losses, if nothing else. Alright, so there's a little cave system here. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh! We didn't get a sword, which is sort of what I went in there for, but we had a voyage of discovery, and now we're going on another voyage as I quickly discover that I can't swim very fast. But never mind. Can I fast travel? No. No, of course not. You can't fast travel when you're in the sea, as every good pirate knows. Well, that didn't really work, did it? Never mind. Let me save the game. Let me save the game, now that we have vague understanding of what we're doing. Alright, because the thing about getting that whole of that sword was that I didn't have to, because it was free, it wouldn't have mattered really if he hadn't have equipped the dragon's tongue instead of the whatever it is he's got. What could I get from you, my friend? What could I buy off you? There's no point in giving him that. Maybe like one of these? That's not a lot of damage. Mine just got the same damage. Oh gosh, I might have to wait until I level up a bit before I'm able to do that. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Never mind, you can't have everything. Okay, now let's stop looking at the sea because it's really embarrassing. Alright, let's carry on with the main quest line. I will try and find another dungeon soon which has some more skeletons in it. We'll see if we can find another sword. Maybe go through the Redmond one again. Maybe that would have maybe that has a second sword in it of interest. I do not know. But we need to go, unless I'm highly mistaken, to the... I forget which island it is again. I think it's the Portuguese one. Ramirez has set out for the Portuguese island where he plans to meet the leader of some smugglers. who seems to have the name of Much Ado, which presumably means he's a highly productive gentleman. Alright, very well. Should probably check the map to see where under the sun it is we're going, but never mind. Right, yeah, let's use this nice map from these nice people. Where under the sun am I going? I'm going sort of east and a tiny bit north. So to pass the French island and then a tiny bit north. Okay, so let's pull off into this direction and avoid the storm. That was weird, I didn't do anything. Didn't press anything. I don't mind though, because it would have despawned the storm, which is a rather difficult tongue twister to get out of your face. But never mind. Yes, the French island should be just off to the right hand side of us here. No, it shouldn't be, because I've got me east and west muddled up. Champion navigator that I am. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I guess we're going to Redmond after all. No, we're not. I am terribly sorry. I haven't got a compass right in front of me. You think I'll be able to tell the difference between east and west? Sorry, I've never been very good with directions and stuff. I'm fine with left and right, that much I can work out, but everything else is a bit beyond me. Okay, yes, of course I'm willing to pay you. Let's just sail through this battle here. And all over again. Okay, so here's the French island, so we're actually on track for where we're supposed to be. So it should be to the west of here and a little tiny bit to the north. Let's see if we can see it. See if it peeks into view. No, I don't see anything yet. There's something there. No, that's this Spanish island, isn't it? So I reckon we want to go that way a little bit. Where is it? Aha! I see the edging of tips. Which is a straight... That was that... Do not take that line out of context and look into the filthy connotations that phrase has. Let me completely shut up and never open my face ever again, because that was hugely embarrassing. Right then! Let's go to the Portuguese island. Or at least they hopefully don't speak English. And thus they won't know of all the silly things that I just said. Right then, let's go to the port and moor the ship. Oh, I feel vaguely safe here. Okay then, we need to find the fellow that we're looking for and drag him back to the Redmond governor for the sake of getting pennies. Assuming none of these people wish to approach me with information. Alright. Presumably, we need to go to the tavern. It's nice to see this place in the daylight as well. I have vague recollections of being here in the middle of the night. It was all a bit scary. Oh, shush about your French quality and services. Everybody already knows this. Should we see if there's any little houses that we can break into? And anybody's things that we can steal? That sounds quite fun. Well, there's something here. I don't know what it is, though. I have no idea what it is. It is some gold! Excellent! I don't know why I'm surprised at the fact that I'm thieving things, but never mind. The tavern, here we are. Let us see who we can find here. Let us see what this Portuguese bartender has to tell us.
Everyone, drink! Portugal will rule these seas!
Probably shouldn't drink to that, actually, but if I remember my naval history correctly, England and Portugal had a very strong and very long-lasting naval alliance, so the benefit of our allies is always a good thing. Right then, I need some information if you've a moment. I've recently learned that Ramirez arrived in the city. That is the first I have heard of it. Perhaps you are mistaken. I know for certain that he arrived here several days ago. He was to meet a man. Quiet! If you value your life, you will not say that name out loud again. Look, did you see the man who just left the tavern? Get away, go now, or you will bring the sky down upon my head. Pull yourself together, man. You are quaking in your boots. You don't even know anything useful, do you? Bah! Goodbye. Interesting. It seems like this island is full of ragamuffins and assassins and smugglers. But alright. Who's the fellow that just left then? I don't know, I'm not doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
No pray, no pay. Right, matey?
You the one asking for much ado? Indeed, I would like to speak to him. Is that so? You should know he ain't an easy one to talk to. Thank you for the tip, but unless you're his secretary making your appointments, I'll be on my way. Let's just say I'm an associate, and if you want an audience with him, you have to talk to me. Well, my conversation with him is not for your ears. Bring me to your boss or move aside. I can find him without your help. I guess I can take you to him, but you need to surrender your sword and gun. This seems hugely dangerous, and it seems like Nathan has already decided the answer is no. I'll find him without your help. Do you want to speak with him or not? Give me your weapons or we'll trade blows. I have said all I will say. Take me or I will find him myself. Let's go, but I warn you that he won't like this one bit. Now we're talking. This is interesting. Nathan's far more persuasive than I ever gave him credit for.
Aye, laddie, you've got me here.
Yes, indeed. I also have my sword and pistol, which means I feel slightly less nervous. So, Governor Sealhard sends his right-hand man. Clearly not his right-hand man, given I was chucked in prison last week, but never mind. What does he want from me? Who says I work for him? I beg your pardon, but do I look like the village idiot? The moment I learned someone was looking for me, I made some inquiries. Would you look me in the eye and deny you've been working with him for the past several months? Oh yeah, we've actually been playing this game for months, haven't we? Which is kind of nice, actually, because we're doing episodes a week apart. Of course, the series will drag on for a long time, which the fact that we're travelling by sea makes that vaguely realistic. Alright, let's say you're right and the governor has sent me. What difference does it make? Would you refuse to talk to a representative of the governor? Captain, I wonder if you do know who you are speaking to. You must trust me when I say that I don't want to, if I didn't want to talk to you, you wouldn't be standing here. Very well. I need to know where I can find a gentleman by the name of Ramirez, and I believe him to be hiding somewhere on this island. That seems a bit of a jump, mate. We only know that he passed through a while ago. Your information is out of date, young man. Raoul did indeed spend a couple of days here, virtually never leaving his house. But he's already set sail again and kept his destination secret, even from me. Clearly he was worried about something, but I couldn't say what. He's probably worried about me. He had a house here. Where may I find it? Just a moment, boy. You may well be an envoy of the English governor, but that doesn't give you the leave to invade another man's house and pull through his belongings. Mate, I was doing that long before the governor employed me. I beg you to make an exception for me, sir. Why under the sun is this smuggler man in charge of houses being locked up? I feel like that should belong to, like, the local police, being their responsibility. I must find out where you were sailing to and soon. I can see that you won't listen to reason. If I cannot convince you to stay away from that house, I'll simply order my men to stand watch over it and shoot on sight. I'm sure even you can take a hint from a musket ball. Now go. I think I have failed in my persuasive abilities. Alright then, you know what we were talking about, pouring through other people's belongings? How the hell I get away with this stuff, I do not know. Where are we? I was under the bizarre impression that we'd actually come back to the pirate island where we were before, but I don't think we have. This must be out in the jungle. Curious. What have we here? We have... What on earth does that say? I thought it said amazing, but then I've realised we're on the Portuguese island, which means it's going to say something in Portuguese. Can I speak to you? I don't have time to talk to you. I'm busy right now. Busy? You're just walking in the street. And what? It is my business. Get out of the way. Alright, fair enough. Oh, so he wasn't standing guard over this door. Oh, interesting. I thought he was guarding the door, much like those two gentlemen over there are. This is going to be a tricky one. I'm going to have to get inside the house. What does the quest book say? Finally, I've lucky. Much Ado's messenger was waiting for me by the tavern's entrance. Unfortunately, I didn't get the information I needed from my conversation with the smuggler leader. Ramirez sailed away several days ago, and Much Ado posted some guards by his house. It appears I have no other choice but to sneak into Ramirez's house, even though it's just what Much Ado told me not to do. It is best to wait until nightfall. I'm going to rent a room in the tavern in order to have a place to wait. Oh. Alright. Is there a tavern here? This looks like it's got a barrel in it, so this sounds about right. Interesting. I had completely forgotten that this was here. Goodness, that is a very big and probably extremely smelly fish. But never mind. There's a horrific joke in there that I'm trying to avoid making. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Have a seat at a free table. Would you like to order? That's funny. I thought you spelled senor with an I, but never mind. I'm here on business. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. I'll go back to my work. No, wait. You're not bothering me. In fact, you are the one I had business with. I would like a room, please. Just until sundown, please. Indeed. Here you go. Here's your money. Good, good, good. Oh, goodness, this is a different sort of room than one we usually get. Is there anything here to reimburse me? No, never mind. After all of the rooms in which I've got like £1,000 emerald out of it, it makes sense that I would need to have a few times in the tavern where I didn't get anything. Alrighty then. Now that it is nightfall, we might be able to get inside without as much activity going on. These men here in their shorts don't look like the most cooperative of gentlemen. says I can go through here, but I don't know how, because I don't see a door or a window or a trapdoor or anything, but... It seems Nathan can just walk through walls when he wants to. Hey, it's a useful ability. I don't remember getting that one in my upgrades, but never mind. I think you'll agree this was worth a wait. I found a logbook. Let's see here. Hang on. Blast it, there's nothing here on where to find him. Quiet. I swear I heard a door creak. Someone's coming. Maybe I should like yammering on then. Oh. You look good with an iPad. Yeah, I've sometimes thought the same myself. It wouldn't work for all of my spectacles, would it? Anyway, enough about my fashion. Let's get back to killing each other. You're the third man to try and get into this house. What are you all after? An excellent question. Perhaps that means that whatever I want has already been taken. What are you saying? That you're dead. That remains to be seen. Mate, if I could kill about 30 skeletons, I can definitely kill you too. There we go. Does it say I've got an item? So I've got a little treasure chest down there that might be worth having a little look at. But, let us open this box and find the grand total of diddly squat. Excellent. Can I also just mention how absolutely moronically foolish it is to leave a house locked up with a fire going? Goodness. People make fun of me for turning the oven off when I leave the house. Never mind. Let's go into the quest book and see what we got. I found a letter in Ramirez's house where he tells someone to wait for him in a certain place while he is preparing a big expedition. What could he be talking about? A couple of minutes after I got inside of the house, 2 cutthroats broke into the house. I had to fight them and kill them. It is strange that they said that I am the third person who tried to sneak into Ramirez's house. However that may be, I have lost track of Ramirez. I will have to return to Sealhard and report my failure. No. This is a pickle. Are you sure it doesn't say where he's meeting him? The journal. Darn it. Never mind. Maybe that's a greater part of the story than I realised then. Nobody seems overly enthused about the idea of assaulting me, which is lovely. Any other little houses that I can go into? Don't seem to be able to enter this one. I'll put this little one here. Nope, can't go through there. There's 2 little ones here we'll have a quick check of, just make sure there's nothing of interest for a pilferer. Nope, nothing at all. Got far too many locks in this place, which for a bunch of smugglers kind of makes sense, because if the police suddenly turned up, you would kind of want to lock your smuggled goods away. Right then, we need to make our way back to the ship so that we can return to Redmond. So, let's head outside. Who am I in danger from? I see a man over there, but he doesn't seem to be aggressive, in the sense that he's not coming towards me. So I'm hoping that that's just a small glitch. So I have no idea where I'm going, so I'm going to go this way, I suppose, for no particularly well-defined reason. Jungles can be a bit scary at times, because if I remember correctly, and I may be remembering completely wrong, so please forgive me if I am, that we've turned up in the wrong place. Whoop-de-doodle. Never mind, there might be a hollow rock with some treasure in it, which would be worth having a look at, so let's have a quick look. But, yes, if I remember correctly, if you go into the jungles in, like, the dead of night, you can actually encounter skeletons that are wandering around, instead of the usual bandits, who are all snuggled up in bed, having lovely dreams about stealing things. There is a ship there. It's not my ship, but there is a ship there. How curious. When I get back to my ship, I'm going to return to this island, or return to this bay, rather, on the island, and see if there's, is anyone still there. I don't know who that could be. That might just be something random, or it might be something left over, like one of the merchants that I was escorting. I think I had to escort them to that bay quite recently, so it might be something as innocent as that. But, you never can tell with a well-crafted RPG, and, this one can be a little mysterious at times, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit more than meets the eye. I'm kind of glad it's not actually nightfall yet, because that would be a little bit scary. Okay, let's get a reconnoitre of the land and not of the frame rate. So there's a pathway off there to the right and another one forward, and there's a few more bilge rats over there. Wonderful. Love me a nice bilgy rat. Now, let's see what we've got over here. Another shoreline, a much more rocky shoreline. Interesting. Any more little ships hidden here? This seems like a viciously dangerous place to be. Not for me, I mean for the ship. I imagine getting my ship torn to bits on this place. But, doesn't seem like there's anyone moored here. I do like that I've managed to come to all of the wrong places, but never mind. It doesn't matter. Might be a little cave here or something which would be worth having a poke through. I'm glad that we are getting the opportunity to explore a few more jungles, however, because I feel like we haven't done that an awful lot. Like the jungle on Redmond, for example. There must be a decent-sized jungle on the far side of the Redmond town, so I would like to go and have a wander through there at some point and see if there's any excitingness. Because one thing I can remember on being on one of the islands, I forget which it is. I think it's either the Dutch island or the Spanish island, if I remember correctly. There's a little waterfall somewhere or other, and behind the waterfall is a cave, much like the little cave we found on Oxbay that had more skeletons in it. I think that's the cave where we found this very sword, actually. So that would be fun to go through. Go back to the old days when you actually had treasure hidden behind waterfalls and things. But never mind. Now that we've left, those men should have despawned and respawned somewhere else, which is lovely. So that should free up the pathway for us to get back to town, wherever under the sun it is. Here we go. Oh, it's all dark. And probably quite cold, I imagine. I don't know very much about the climate of the Caribbean. Or the Caribbean, to use the American term, which is something I have never understood, right? Like, normally I'm quite happy to accept Americans' funny pronunciations of things, even if they're rather bizarre, like aluminum instead of aluminium. But Caribbean is one I simply do not understand. I simply cannot understand how you figured that out. But never mind. I think it's maybe because it's spelled with two B's, perhaps. Maybe that's what they're trying to draw upon. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, if you want to call it the Caribbean, by all means, just accept that I'm going to raise my eyebrow every time you do that. Never mind. Let's go back to the port, and then we can go and investigate that little island shore. So there must be two shores that we can access. There's a rocky one and a much softer, easier one to access, and we want to find the more sort of soft and snuggy one, rather than the big choppy rocky one. Let me... Oh, yeah, we've already got the sails down, so let me see. Sunny Haven or Leviathan Rock? It's probably Sunny Haven. That's probably the happy, joyous one. Is there another ship here? No. So Sunny Haven is the rocky one, and Leviathan Rock is the unrocky one. My giddy aunt. The naming conventions around here are very confusing. Anything here? No, not really. Curious. I mean, I can see it there. But now I can't see it here. Thank you. I thought I got locked out of my ship then. It's been a mutiny. I just decided, you know what, Phil, we're absolutely sick of you. You're a dreadful captain. Get the hell out of here. Pronto. Never mind. Let's head back to Redmond, which is, it's sort of to the northeast. We'll head, northeast. Yes, it actually is this time. We head east, we should find the French island, and then we'll head a tiny bit north of there, and then we should bump into Redmond. Oh, dear. I do find this map surprisingly relaxing. I don't know why, because it's full of pirates. But never mind, I feel like we're a little bit too far to the north, but let's see. There's the French island. Good, good, good. And then Redmond should be... That's not Redmond, that is a cloud, I think. Is that how they mark the edge of the map? I can't even remember how they mark the edge of the map in this game. Where's Redmond? It should be just over this way. Oh, I didn't see it though. There's an island off to the upper right here. You can't quite see it. It's in my... Got my big flapping pie hole in the way of it. If that, I sincerely apologise. But that might be Redmond. Yes, it is. Oh, alright then. Oh, seems the map is slightly wrong then. Either that or I was reading it wrong, which wouldn't be the first time. But never mind. Let us head back to Redmond and report our dreadful incapabilities to the governor. But at least we've got plenty to tell him, if nothing else. wish I could change my flag. Is there any way to do that? I feel like I would remember from when I played the game if there was a way of changing your flag. I thought that the flag would change when I bought this new ship, when I bought the Rapid to replace the Turncoat. I thought that because I bought it at Ox Bay, it might come with an English flag. That's because I was originally thinking of going to the French island, dropping off the merchant that we were taking there in order to get the 8,000 off him and then buying a bigger ship. But I decided to buy one at Ox Bay instead because I was hoping it would come with an English flag. But it didn't seem to quite work that way, so unless it still counts Ox Bay as being French, because it hasn't quite figured out the French have left. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. You bunch of singing maniacs. I mean, I'm a singing maniac as well, but that ain't the point. The point is that we have to go to this gentleman and speak to him. Hello, friend.
To serve England is to serve the world.
Yes, we've commented about that before, haven't we? Where is Ramirez? I do not see him. I have failed you, sir. I have lost track in the smuggler's den. You disappoint me, Nathan. Such a simple mission. You could not complete it. I had a higher opinion of you. You have my apologies, sir. However, if I may, I did manage to find out what Ramirez is to do next. He is going on an expedition. Well, it is not my nature to chastise failure, apart from the bit where you threw me in prison, but never mind, especially when an earnest effort has been made, but I hope you will not fail your next mission. Can I, like, give him the journal and give him the information so that he doesn't come away with nothing? But never mind. Do my best not to let you down again. Here is the 5,000 gold that I promised you, although it is not fully deserved. Its generosity amazes me as well. I feel like this is too good to be true, but alright. Enough of this, Nathan. You needn't flatter me. Now, let us talk business. I understand you've been to the pirate's nest. So, now that you know where to go, I need you to take this letter and deliver it to the pirate's lord. He goes by the name of Icebrand Jerkson, which is a hell of a name. And I also noticed in editing last week's video that when we were speaking to the lady who ran the tavern, she mentioned this man who is the man of name here, who is the same man who said he was going to feed us to the sharks, who was like the pirate lord in the place. So I didn't realize they were the same person, but hey. Now, before you become alarmed, I'm sure you are curious what possible communication I might have for this lowly devil. You may recall that Ramirez knows too much about me to let him escape. If you aren't able to catch him, these pirates may. So when are you going to start your journey? I will begin immediately. Perfect. Set sail soon. After you have done your duty, return to me for a reward. Is everything clear? Yes. I didn't realize I was getting a job as a postman. But never mind. You can't have everything in life, and when you screw things up as badly as I've screwed stuff up, perhaps I shouldn't expect anything better. Alright, should we carry on with the story, or should we go and have a look around the jungle? I feel like we spent long enough wandering around the Portuguese jungle. I feel like we probably got about 7 insect bites from there. But never mind. One thing I do want to have a quick look at is, can I have a look at the trade book? Is the Pirate Island on here? Do they have a store? No. Alright then, because I was wondering if we could do maybe a shipment from Redmond somewhere else, but no such luck, because the hold is still quite full, isn't it, now that I think about it? It's almost completely full, because it's just full of rubbish. Cinnamon. I don't guess they're importing cinnamon here, are they? Oh, they are importing cinnamon here! Goodness, I can't even read. Which isn't very impressive, but never mind. Let's sell our bits and bobs here. Friend! Friend!
My lord, I cannot lie. My prices are the best in the Caribbean.
I'm absolutely sure that they are. Right then, let's sell the stuff that we stole off the pirates first and foremost. Oh, I can't sell that. That makes sense. I was about to say, it seems odd I shouldn't be able to sell that, surely. But never mind. What's that? That's got even worse damage. Sheesh, I cannot find a break in this game. Never mind.
Captain, so good to see you. And your money.
Entertains me when they say that. Alright, how much to go for it? That's a pretty penny. Shipments of cinnamon would do real well here. Okie dokie then. I also kind of want to sell off some of this stuff because we've got so much of this rubbish. I'm also really confused about something here. I've got 2,100 cannonballs. They go for 2 gold each. Now, by my very squiffy mathematics, I should get 4,200 gold, but I get 210, which implies I'm actually getting a fifth of a gold. but never mind. Oh, it's 2 gold for 20. Oh, is it like 2 gold per volley? Oh, things are beginning to make slightly more sense now. Yeah, I just want to clear out the hold a bit because I'm full of rubbish that I'm never actually going to use. So, let me sell off sort of half of my ammunition. So I'll just buy some more if I need some more. I hardly think I'm going to run out of ammunition in the middle of a fight. So, let me sell 480 of this lot. Not for the money, but for the sake of the inventory space, just for the sake of this, because there's something else I want to do here. I'm not going to sell all of these, actually. I'm going to sell like 400, I think. There we are. Just keep a few more of those. Okay, we've got a bit more space now, which is excellent, because you buy and sell these at the same price, and just buy them back later for no problem. But if we speak to this fellow here, you can ask him about being a courier for stuff. I was just going to ask you for a favour. The thing is, I need some cargo delivered to the Spanish island as soon as possible. If you manage it in a month's time, you'll receive 4,600 gold when you arrive. I will definitely like that very much. Good, good, good. Do I need to pick up the cargo, or have I already got it? No? Apparently we already have it, he says, going on the wrong thing. Rum! I can't guarantee I'll survive the journey. I mean, I can actually, because I don't drink that much anymore. Because, actually, we won't get into why, because that's a very long and painful story that I'd really rather not talk about. So let's just completely ignore that fact and say, yar, we're pirates and we like having a nice drink, so we do. So, maybe we'll go to the Spanish island first, even though it's in totally the wrong direction, but never mind. Let's go to the, do you think you could steal the cargo? Your reputation would almost undoubtedly sell it, but could you just steal the cargo and just sail off with it? I don't know, we're going to make a good return from shipping it though, so, I'll do that first, I reckon, and we go back to the Spanish island briefly. Let me have a quick look at the map. Where the hell am I going? I am going sort of southwest. Southwest, again past the French island. All roads lead to France, it seems. Okay, yeah, let's go to the southwest past the French island, and we'll probably save just before we... Pardon me a moment, my good friends. Because you might remember the... the storm, and the pirates, and all of the other things in this game that love to sink me. But never mind. You saw nothing. I just decided to spend half a day wandering around for no particularly good reason to train some new crew that we just hired about 5 years ago. But never mind. Let's get on with life, shall we? Okay, there's the French island. So if we come along the side of that, we should get to the Spanish island. I do wonder why I'm so bad at the commerce, because that's why I've given up trying to buy and sell stuff, because I just seem so terrible at it. Maybe you have to upgrade your commerce skill a bit before you can. There it is. Before you can really make a good profit at that, because it seemed like whenever I bought anything where it was being exported and then sold it where it was being imported, then you'd think that would be enough, but seemingly not. Let me get away from this this storm. Here we go. Good, 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 good. Okay, let me quickly go to the port. We'll probably have to wait in the tavern overnight until the store opens, but that's all right. We'll get by. I always think this place looks really empty at night, because all of the merchants take all of their various bits and pieces away. But never mind. Let's go to the tavern and get a room for the night. Assume we're not going to get accosted by anybody again. So I thought it was Mr. Santos over there.
Ay, 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 mi cabeza.
That definitely wasn't English. I'm not convinced it was Spanish either, but never mind. Good to see you again. Take any of the free tables, of course, of course, of course. Can I have a room until the morning, please? There we are. Yeah, that's the tricky thing about this game, because it only has, like, I don't know, 50 different character models. Loads of people have exactly the same character model, so they do look literally identical, which does make things a little tricky, but never mind. Okay, let us see if we can find the store and get this shipments sent off to wherever it's supposed to be. Hello, friend.
No freight, no pay. Right, amigo?
Sounds about right to me, even though I've got no idea what you're talking about. Let me see. Some information. I'm here to deliver some cargo to you. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Here is your reward. You are very welcome. Good, good, good. We got the cash? I reckon we've got the cash, and hopefully that gives us some XP as well. What are they exporting from here? Out of rampant curiosity. I can't even find it on the map. Which one is it? It's this one apparently. Oh, there it is. I always remember this item because it's got that little didgeridoo on there. Ebony, mahogany, and cinnamon. Oh. So we sold the cinnamon for 19, I think. How much could I buy cinnamon
No
for?
pray, no pay. Right, amigo?
How much can I buy cinnamon for? If I ever find it. 11. We could make a profit of 8 per unit. How much could I have? I don't know. Let me use the arrow keys because that will be a bit faster. And we also get my calculator out so I can actually calculate my profit margin. Well, not my profit margin, just my raw profit. So if we did 236 and we times that by 8, that's a profit of about 1800, which is not half as much as I thought it would be, but never mind. We are becoming a merchantman because we're a good boy and not naughty. So hopefully this won't go disastrously wrong for me, but never mind. Just hold the number 19 in your head, right? Because I might need to refer to you later. So hold the number 19 in your head, because when we get there, it's inevitably going to cost significantly less than 19. What's this? 250 gold! Excellent. Slightly more profit. So yeah, we'll head back to Redmond just to quickly sell this, and then... Actually, no. No, we won't. I'm going to be a bit risky. Which is why, actually, I don't know why I've spawned so far away, but never mind. Let me go back to the port and save again. Partly because I'm paranoid of mucking all of this up, and also because, going back to what I was saying about that Pirates Ahoy, that Pirates Ahoy forum that I was looking at. I must print out this map for crying out. Stop having to get my phone out all the time. Where am I going? East, and a tiny bit south. Yes, yeah, I was warned that this game is apparently famous for crashing all the time. It's never crashed on me thus far, which is quite impressive. I don't know why, because I don't usually have a lot of luck when it comes to games crashing, because, you know, other games that are famous for crashing, like Fallout New Vegas, for example, crashes all the time on me, so, I don't think I usually have a lot of luck. Although, mind you, I'm not running this on my usual computer, I'm running it on my XP computer, but then again, surely because it's older and weaker, it should be more likely to crash. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to sail over here and see if we can deliver a letter, and then we'll come back and sell our cinnamon at, yes, it's alright, calm down. Then we'll go back to Redmond and sell our cinnamon, and get repaid for being a postman. Alrighty then. Gladly there's no black pearls on the horizon. Let us go to the port and deliver this bit of post. I do find myself wondering, because if you remember correctly in here, you've got this leadership skill, which, if I remember reading the manual correctly, says that acts a bit like your speech skill in a Fallout game, in the sense that you can persuade people with it. But it seems like the persuasion is a lot less explicit than it is in a Fallout game. It doesn't explicitly tell you that you're on a kind of a speech check, as it were, because sometimes, if you remember, I think it was back in like the second episode, when we were on Oxbane, we were trying to meet that captain to then take him outside the island and get some information off him. Where am I going? I'm going over here, aren't I? Yeah, I had to replay that at one point, and we were speaking to the tavern keeper, and at one point we said that the first time around that the governor would repay him, and the tavern keeper was okay with that. Second time around, when I was replaying it off camera, because I died if I remember correctly, it didn't work and he wasn't persuaded. So perhaps there's a way to complete that Ramirez quest and actually track him down, if perhaps you can persuade the smuggler to tell you more.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
I can't even hear what you're saying, friend. I feel as though I should be familiar with you, lad, but for the life of me I can't imagine why. Who are you? Because I wandered in here and stole your stuff last week, but never mind. I am Nathan Hawke, and I am here on business. I have brought you a letter. A letter, you say? I would like to know who it is from. Why do you have to know who sent it? Why don't you just read it for yourself? Do you need me to read it to you? I don't think it's a very wise idea to get this guy's back up. What's your tongue, boy, or I'll take it from your head as a trophy. I dread to think what you do with it. Well, that answers my question, alright. If you must know, the letter is from the English governor. Seal hard, so the old fox wants my helps again. Very interesting. Now, why are you still standing here? You have delivered the letter. Be gone! Interesting. So The governor has worked with him before then. Those are valuable. That made my trip worthwhile. Is there a store here? There is a store here. Yes, this is good. I didn't see this before. Hello, piratey man.
Your gold, my friend. It is always welcome here.
Peter Blowhorn. Sheesh, what a name. What a name. Okay, let's sell this stuff before we get into any more trouble. 1,500 for that, which is excellent, and 700 for that. Very nice indeed. No new stuff. I don't think any new stuff cycles in until you have gone up a level. But never mind. I would have asked him about another currying mission, but due to the fact that my hold is full of cinnamon, we're in a little bit of a pickle when it comes to trying to achieve that. Is that an eagle? I didn't know there were eagles in the Caribbean. I thought the Caribbean was full of slightly more exotic things like, I don't know, parrots and stuff. Probably parrots. Pirates have parrots, right? Is that a real thing, or is that just a thing that's been brought about by fiction? Was it particularly common for pirates to have parrots? There's too many P's in that sentence. I got my lips tied in a great big knot. But never mind. Let me worry about these men who seem to be sidling up to me. Let me worry where my ship has gone. Oh, there it is. I parked it out of the way, so it didn't get anyone's nerves. Yes, let's go back to Redmond, which should be roughly this sort of direction. We'll get the map out again while watching very carefully to make sure I don't catch more plans. Yeah, it should be basically directly north of here, which begs the question why I'm going east. I am so bad at this. Yeah, this map is correct. Alright. I was warning for a minute this map was wrong, but I can't possibly imagine why it would be. After this game being out for 20 years, you imagine people have ironed out the kinks in these things. But yeah, now we'll be able to do sort of two birds with... I hate that phrase, two birds, one stone. It's a very effective phrase, but it's also a very bloody phrase. I mean, I'm no screaming animal rights activist, but you know, can we not talk about birds and dying? Sheesh, I don't know. We need like a... kinder version of the phrase, right? Like there's whipping a dead horse, which is also a pretty horrific one. At least the poor creature's dead, which is something to be not something to be pleased about. But in the situation of a horse having to be whipped, I don't know how we ended up in this discussion, but we're having it now. In the situation, if a horse has to be whipped, I'd rather it was a dead horse because at least then it wouldn't be able to feel it. But at least that has a less vicious version of the phrase washing a fish. Which is a slightly bizarre... Oh, the store's still open, that's convenient. Which is a slightly bizarre phrase, but it certainly gets the job done, I feel. But never mind.
You, sir,
Goods to sell. Now, what was that number I said before? 19. Okay, good. The price is still constant. That's good. We made a bit of profit. Hooray. Delivered your stuff, by the way. Hope you're pleased with me. Okie dokie then, let us see if the store's still open. The governor's mansion might be as well. There's still people wandering the streets, so that implies that it's still open, and no one's shouting at me for being out after curfew. So, I've delivered your letter and everything, friend. It's very dark and cosy in here, but never mind.
My factor will call upon your grace's factor.
What on earth are you talking about? I haven't known about factors since I was in school, crying out loud. I hope your return means that you have completed my task and delivered the letter. Indeed, sir, but it was a challenge. The manners of the pirates leave much to be desired, but rest assured he has the letter. Well done. I hope your next task will be as skillfully handled. What job might that be? Hold on, there is no need to rush. First, let me give you your reward. Thank you, it is a pleasure to work with you. Your flattery is always appreciated. Now, to business. I'm all ears. Your next endeavour is something of a personal matter for me. In my position, it can be quite unethical to use the Imperial forces for one's own business, so I am especially keen to use you. Am I not part of the Imperial forces by this point? I mean, I've practically got a shackle on my foot that's attaching me to the Royal Navy, but never mind. I am intrigued, sir, as long as you don't want me to take on the entire British fleet alone. You have a sense of humour about you, Nathan, but let us not get ourselves distracted. I apologise, sir. A ship was captured by pirates several days ago. The Serena, headed for Europe from New Light. It was passing by our colony when the pirates struck. Besides the usual trades goods, there were several golden idols on board. They are rare Incan treasures that I have ordered for my collection. I managed to discover the Pirate Lord ordered the capture. Another Pirate Lord. A different Pirate Lord. Because you can't have too many Pirate Lords. By the name of Alistair Garsalzio. What a name. They said he and a gang of butchers and thieves are hiding in the jungle. I do not know where exactly. I need you, Nathan, to find them and bring my collection back to me. I realise this is not an easy task, which is why I will give you 10,000 now and an equal amount when you return when the mission is completed successfully. Mate, I will go to the end. I will go to the moon and back in my sailing ship for that money. As mentioned, I am loath to use army personnel for such personal matters, but the mere thought of landing troops on the what I believe to be the Dutch island would risk it. Maybe I should have read the rest of the bleeding sentence. You're my only hope. Don't worry, I'll help you, Princess Leia. Finding men who do not wish to be found is hardly an easy task, but I think I can serve you well, and it is a generous sum indeed. If you wish to accomplish this, it is well worth it. So without further ado, here is your payment, and good luck to you. I will return as soon as I can, my friend. Goodness, the way the money's rolling in, we could probably afford a new ship at this point. We've got 72, which is excellent. We've nearly got enough for another level up as well. We're going to need another 1,000 XP, which is good. Alrighty then. Since we're going to the Dutch island then, is there anything which Redmond is exporting which the Dutch might be importing? So they're exporting sailcloth, linen, ale and clothes. What are the Dutch like? What do the Dutch like? They like sailcloth. We could try with some sailcloth. Sailcloth is just a useful thing to hold on to anyway, even if it doesn't prove to be a valuable commodity to trade, because of course I can mend my own sails with them, which probably means some of the stuff is going to get used up as we travel, but never mind. Some goods, please. Yes, indeed. Can I have a bit of sailcloth? I think it's just off to the right here. Yes, indeed. So it's just 5 gold here, which isn't a bad price. So let's have, I don't know, nice round number, 300. There we are. At least that'll help me figure out the prices and so forth. So it's only 500 gold, so it's perfectly. Even if that got washed down the drain, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It'd be the end of the money, but you know, the world doesn't revolve around money as much as some people seem to think that it does. Never mind. Let me go down to the end of the port first, and then we'll save again, because you never can predict Mother Nature and her whirlwinds. Giddy. Terrible, absolutely terrible. The scary thing is the weather's only gotten worse. It's in the 500, 400 intervening years, which is a bit horrific to think about, but never mind. Never mind. Depressed myself with that, so I did. Let's save the game again, and then we'll go to the Dutch island, we'll sell this sailcloth, and we'll have a quick wander around for 5 minutes, and then we'll stop there for this week, I reckon. Because my voice is getting a little tuckered. Okie dokie, where are we headed? We are going sort of south and a little tiny bit. What's that? That's weird. We're going to make a detour, actually. I've just noticed something bizarre on the map I've never seen before. I never noticed that was down there. Down here at the southern, sort of the southeast tip of the map, past the pirate island, there's something else. I don't know if it's another island or not. I don't know what it is. It's just like a big black blob on the map, but it's got a name. Must be something of interest. Sorry, we will go to the Dutch in a minute, I promise. I'm just very, very curious about this, and I can't bear to wait until next week to find out. Is there another island that I've completely forgotten about? This could be very, very interesting. There's the pirate island. So yeah, it should be just sort of southeast of here. If we just head off in this direction. Can't see anything. Sorry, I know this probably isn't hugely interesting, but I'm just really, really curious. See, the sea's getting a bit darker. Oh, what's that? What's that? Is that it? That's it! That's it! Oh, it's a scary secret island! Oh my Gideon, I don't want to try and sail in there. Oh wow, there is a bay though, look, you can see it. Why is it so dark? Oh my Gideon, let's go in the daytime, I think. Oh my Gideon, this is really cool. I assume I can't just sail. No, it won't let me just sail to the inside of the island. Interesting, because there's a little, there is a little rocky pathway that you could go through there. How interesting. I'm not going to go through there yet, because there's a couple of upgrades I can get, which will be really useful for that. Where, like, I forget what it is. Can I view my character menu here? No, I can't. If I remember correctly, there's an upgrade that allows you to move a bit faster and a bit more sort of maneuverable and reduce the amount of damage you take, which is quite useful for getting through the little rocky areas. So that might come in handy. That's fascinating. I completely forgot about that island. I have no memory of that island being there before. That's really interesting. That makes me wonder, did I ever know that that island was there when I played this game for all those years without knowing that? Or is that just something that I've forgotten about? I don't know. It's so difficult to know. And after 10 years, you do forget a lot. But then again, I was not the most intelligent child in the history of the universe, and I didn't grow up to be the most intelligent man in the universe either, so you'll forgive me for being a bit stupid. But never mind any of that. Well, that was very interesting, wasn't it? Maybe that's involved in the main storyline or something. I don't know, but it looks sort of exciting and cool, so we shall see what we can find. Here we are. I think this is the last island we've been to, actually. I feel like we've been to all of the islands now, apart from the one we've just discovered this afternoon. Oh goodness, there's a pirate ship somewhere. Where? I could probably take him, actually, if I could only find him. Okay, this is going to be real stupid and dangerous, but I'm going to try and fight him. Fire! Sort of, and miss completely. Okay, he's a bark, which is alright, because barks are really slow and unmaneuverable, which is absolutely fine. There we go. We actually hit him decently well as well. Sorry, I know I haven't moved the camera, which I usually do for the sake of you seeing the map, but this shouldn't be a particularly long battle, either because he'll sink me, or I'll sink him, or I'll board him, or goodness knows what happens. We could sell it at the shipyard, actually, couldn't we? Ooh, I really do want to try and board him, actually, which should be decently doable, because really shouldn't be shooting at him if I want to board him, because I'm going to, just going to reduce the value of it, but never mind. Let me partially drop the sail so I can kind of tuck myself in a bit. Can you fire again? I know I literally just said I shouldn't be doing this, but shh, you saw nothing. There we are. Now, so to come up alongside of him and try to board him, then we can go to the shipyard and sell him, because of course I've got my officer to captain. Here we go. Here we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy does it. Hit! Hit him again! Shoot him. Not him. Not him. He's my compadre. Don't shoot him. Oh my Gideon. Oh my Gideon. If that guy, yeah, if that guy comes around and stabs me in the arse, I'm going to be in a real bad mood. So thank you for stabbing me in the arse and putting me in a bad mood. Ouch! All my people died. I think that means a good percentage of your crew die in the boarding excursion, which is pretty terrible. But never mind. We'll have to go and buy some more crew later. You missed, in the words of Ronald Reagan. Never mind. Is that the only 2 boxes? I think so. I don't think you can open this one. No, you can't. Okay. Another level or not? Yes. Yes, indeed. That's interesting. I didn't know the bark had 2 levels. Because I seem to remember the French one didn't, at least. Gideon, I can't... Not him. One of my... Gideon, never mind. At least this lot of crew are more competent than the last lot. Which isn't saying much, but never mind. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can find any treasure or anything. Any boxes I can open or anything? Anything at all? Plenty of rum by the looks of it, but there's something here. Here we are. What's this? Open. Another ring. Alright, fair enough. Okie dokie, let's carry on with life. Whew. That's the Serena. That's the ship the governor sent me after. Ooh, on the one hand I'm bloody glad I didn't sink her. On the other hand I thought I might have completely ruined the quest. Good thing I saved before we left. Okay, I thought it was just a random pirate vessel that spawned. I didn't think it was anything important. Oh gosh. You're being put in charge. We're not selling this. We're taking this straight back to Redmond and we're forgetting about it. Oh my... Yeah, loads of my crew are dead. Oh my Gideon. Do they have anything? They don't have anything. They got some weapons, but that's about it. Oh my Gideon. I'm gonna have to give him a few crew just so that he's got enough to get by. Oh my Gideon. Okay, that was terrifying. Quest book updated. What happened?
My word, what a distinguished young man.
The bark sank very close to shore. I didn't sink it. It's mine. Excellent. Get to it, sir. We found these statuettes among the wreckage. Oh. Well, that made life easier, didn't it? Okay, well that quest went quicker than I thought, didn't it? Do I have these things? What the hell is going on? Well, that was easier than I expected. We didn't even have to find the bleeding pirates and butchers, did we? What did the quest book say? Never mind. The governor told me to, yes, capture the ship, delivering cargo. Pirate's den is on the Dutch island. I've mission to find the collection and deliver it to Redmond. This is a difficult challenge, but I'll be well paid. I'll find out exactly where the pirate's den is, then I'll proceed according to circumstance. I boarded the bark. Now that I have the collection, I can return it to the governor. But apparently I sank the bark without even trying. Fortunately, it sank in shallow waters. We should be able to get the cargo from her hold. So did the ship survive or not? No, the ship's fine. It didn't sink. That's interesting. Presumably the game... No, the game must know that I can board it, because the quest book says that I boarded it. I'm really confused. Never mind. This is interesting, but alright. Let's go to the port and more. We won't sell the ship. We'll just hold on to the ship for 5 minutes. We'll sell it at Redmond if we have to. But, I want to go to the shipyard and get my own ship mended up. I want to hire some more crew. That's interesting. So the Portuguese, the Spanish, and the Dutch all wear quite similar uniforms, as opposed to the more sort of cavalier-looking uniforms that the French and English wear. Curious. Okay. What the hell is going on over here? Some sort of knitting circle by the looks of things. This is most interesting. Why are all these women out here in the middle of the night? This seems a bit suspicious. What's going on here? Somebody protesting the lack of right to vote? Hello, friends. What's up?
Yeah, good captain. May I have a word?
What are you looking at? Did you come to laugh along with the rest of them? Calm yourself. What is the problem? Here is another one. He thinks it is fine to laugh and jeer at us. I have no idea what's going on. What on earth is happening? Our children were kidnapped last night, and our governor doesn't even lift a finger. If I remember correctly, this leads to a synchronized quality and service. I think this is perhaps the beginning of that quest with those with that cult. This is very exciting. We'll have to do this next week. Don't worry about it. Who kidnapped them? We don't know. When I was asleep, my baby was in the cradle. When I woke up and looked in the cradle, my baby wasn't there. That is terrible. And the governor has said nothing. He won't come out and show his face. He's probably asleep, but don't worry about it. He's afraid. He is a coward. Please try to calm yourself. I will talk with the governor. Bless you. Wait for me here. Goodness. Strange things going on in the archipelago, indeed. I found out several children have been kidnapped last night. Women whose children were kidnapped tried to see the governor and ask for help, but he wouldn't receive any visitors. Perhaps I can speak to him. Okay, there's a hell of a lot going on, and we'll get on with all of it next week, but my giddy aunt. Let's just get a room for the night.
Right there, run. It'll put hair on your chest.
Well, that would be inconvenient. I only shaved it yesterday. Never mind. I need some people. Oh yeah, of course they will. All asleep, aren't they? We'll do that in the morning then. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is very scary and terrifying, but never mind. I'm wondering whether we should whether we should actually go back to Redmond next week, rather and stop here for the night.
Come have a drink with me, Brendan.
Let's have some peeps. Let's have some peeps. Don't know what's gone wrong with that, but never mind. Interesting. I presume that elated is worse than good. I mean, it's better than good, but never mind. Let's have some new peeps for here. I'm not going to bother getting the stuff for that because it's only going to they're only going to get sold. I mean, not the people at the ship. The people won't get sold, for goodness sake. Any no rumours. All right, fair enough. Good night. I mean, good morning. Whatever blasted time it is. I don't know. We invented clocks. I don't know. Oh, it's all very foggy, isn't it? Oh, there's another dungeon here. I remember. There's a dungeon not far away from here at all. I forget exactly where it is, but it is along here somewhere. Here, I think. Yes, more catacombs. It's stupidly dangerous to be in, but don't worry about it. We'll come back and have a look at that next week. We might find a new sword down there, if nothing else. Okay, we'll go back to the governor and have a chat about these missing children next week. But for the time being, I just want to quickly race back to Redmond and tell him that I've got both his collection and I've got the ship as well if he wants it. And if he doesn't want the ship, then my giddy aunt, this bit of pier is very haphazardly put together. They clearly haven't invented the spirit level by this decade, have they? Never mind. I've got to mend the ship. That's what I wanted to do. It's because I didn't go to the shipyard. Never mind. Where are we going? We are going to the northeast. Probably should have saved before I did that, because I have a funny feeling we're going to encounter a storm. But never mind. We will go to Ox Bay and stop there for a second, because one of the good things you can do in this game in order to try and get away from stuff is you can just like open the game and open sea. Like I could do this right now, for example, if I was trying to get away from those English people, if they've been pirates, for example. So when we're actually nowhere, we're just in the middle of the sea, but it kind of despawns everything and allows you to carry on without problem. So that can be quite useful. Little tactic to implement if you're trying to get away from a storm or some pirates who are chasing you or something like that. Okie dokie then, let's stop health here, and I've arrived in the middle of the night again. I must get better at not doing that. In fact, can I just go on the map for a second and just wait? There we go. That was quicker, wasn't it? Saves you the 5 you pay at the tavern as well. Okay, let's go to the town hall first and tell him that we've got the collection, and then we'll see about the ship.
Soon the other nations will learn. England is the greatest power in Europe and the Caribbean.
No comment. No comment. I'm probably gonna get called some sort of horrible imperialist if I say anything about that. So, indeed, I've been away for a long time. Not nearly as long as I was supposed to be away from, because I stumbled upon the ship without even trying. But never mind. I've completed your task. I am surprised. I did not expect positive results from this expedition. So you managed the whole collection, did you? Except for one idol. It was bought by some stranger. Apart from the fact that we don't know that because we never met the pirates. I'm sorry for stealing all that gameplay away from you, but never mind. Let me have a look at what is missing. Ah, dear. It is true that our idol is missing. Such a pity. Would you like me to search for this one as well? No, don't worry about it. Although I appreciate you are ready to help, instead I have another task for you. I'll send someone else to find the idol. I almost forgot. Here is your payment. Indeed, what is my next mission? Several minutes before your arrival, I was informed that a pirate was captured in Greenford. This particular pirate has always managed to slip away from my grasp many times and has annoyed me greatly. So I wished you to bring this pirate to me. Sounds simple enough. May I go? Just a moment, Nathan. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but that is not all. I apologize, sir. On your arrival at Greenford, talk to the prison commandant, Ronald Blacklock. Show him this letter. He will release the prisoner into your custody. When you return, you'll receive 5,000 gold. Okay. So you don't want the ship then? Fine. I'll sell it and get a bonus. We're going to have so much money by the end of this, we might buy a new ship. I need to figure out what level I am and use that to calculate. That's not where I'm supposed to be going. Use that to calculate what my maximum rank of ship is, because I'm currently level 7 and you can command a new rank of ship every other level. Have I gone up a level without even realising? Yes, I have. Hooray! We'll do that as well before we finish as well.
My dear Captain, do take better care of your vessels.
Yes. Can I sell this ship, please? 13,000. Very good price. Excellent indeed. Alrighty then. Yeah, we could get something else. Oh, we can nearly afford a Corvette. How does that compare? A bit faster, but equally maneuverable. Double the hull size and double the hull strength, more cannons and bigger cannons. Huge crew, though. What about the frigate? Ouch, the frigate's even bigger. The frigate's actually worse, though. That's interesting. I imagine the Corvette would be better than the frigate. The frigate would be better than the Corvette. But no, look, the frigate has a stronger hold, a larger hold. It has more cannons on it, though. I'm gonna save up for this. Mind you, if I traded my old ship, maybe I'd get a bit of money, get a bit of money for this. How much could I buy this for? It won't even let me buy it, so I'm guessing I can't afford it then. Never mind, if we save up a few more pennies, we should be able to buy that. It's going to bankrupt me to do it, but that's a really nice ship. I don't know if I'm high enough rank to have it. I might need to get, like, something else for the time being. How would a galleon compare? A load worse. I'm not interested in the galleon. Schooner. Less maneuverable. Not interested in that, no. I'm just going to save and wait till I get the Corvette. Never mind. Oh, I need to repair my
I assure you,
ship.
our chain shot can rip the mast off a galleon at 100 yards.
I'm sure they do. I should have pressed the repair all button, but never mind. Okay, so that's all of that sorted out. So next week, we are going to go to Greenford and get this pirate. We are going to go and talk to the Dutch governor about these kidnapped kids, and we are going to try and save up for this corvette. So in the meantime, what I would quite like to do maybe is get the gunman skill. Not because I particularly need my reloading and aiming to be better, but it'll allow me to get a double-shot pistol, and I reckon the next pistol is the double-shot pistol. Because we've been through the short pistol, the long pistol, and we've seen the grape-shot pistol, so I reckon the next one is the double-shot pistol that'll come along. So we could get that. Mind you, there are lots of other things I'd like to get, like reloading 20% faster. That'd be invaluable. Increasing the amount of damage I do to ships, increasing the range of my volleys. Difficult to think. I'll have a think about what would be best, and we'll do that next week perhaps. But in terms of my upgrades, I feel like I should, I don't know, maybe my defense, so we stop taking quite so much damage all the time. But then my sailing as well, it's difficult to know. One for sailing, because you can never be too good with your sailing, and then one for my commerce, because we need to make money. There we go. Okay, well we got plenty done this week, more than I thought we would. I apologise if we've dragged on a bit longer than I planned, but no, it happens. It's just so much to do in this game, so much fun. I really do love this game. There's so much to do and see and explore, and I really love that you can do things in different ways. So I apologise for mucking things up a bit in accidentally finding the Serena without even realising it, but never mind. Never mind. Did we get any odds and ends that we needed to sell? I forget. No, we've still got this second ring. We might sell one of them at least for the sake of. I still have no idea if that's important to keep, but never mind. Now that I've gone up a level, has anything new appeared? Not here at least. Okay, never mind. So yeah, so much to do. There's that catacombs and the Dutch I'd like to go to as well. So plenty to do next week, and I will try and get another sword at some point so that we can. We go down to the catacombs. We might find another sword actually that we could give. We could give to that guy. Get that really good blocking thing off, because then I can just sit there and block and just wait for them both to attack at the same time, and then I can strike them, which should be a lot more robust. And mean I'm far less likely to die in combat, even if it does do a bit less damage. So I think that will be a wise decision. So I'm very grateful to the person that let me know about how to do that, because that's going to make my life a lot easier. So yeah, plenty to do next week. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.